Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New England Patriots.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago, boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Throwing on first down. Peterson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. And let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Jones. The toss here completed to Pittman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Don't do us like that.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On third down, here's Etienne. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. This is Carey, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. They'll try and run it with Carey. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Start out on the ground with Jones. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. A give to Jones. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here's Jones on 3rd down, and that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run with Harris. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Pats' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A try here for the extra point. Gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Peterson. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Peterson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Peterson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page. Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target. Flushed out right. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field. And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away. Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal. Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Off play action, Peterson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Peterson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKinney. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. To kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter. And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100. He's been working well towards 100 here. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Jones throwing on 1st down. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Jones now. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3, and they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 80 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. 2nd down and 7. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd and 7, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Najee Harris. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Peterson, his throw incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Peterson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Roth. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. That's taken on the 25. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Patriots take over. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. The lead is theirs here in the third quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Alexander, and the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Going for it, here's Etienne. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front?
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's brought down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now Jones on 1st down. They're going right back to Pittman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Carey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They stay on the ground with Carey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the play call. Go to the play action, see if you can sneak your tight end out there and find him open in the end zone.
And just defensively, they weren't fooled and able to bat it away. Sliding out of the pocket. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Najee Harris with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Patriots are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a throw here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Peterson. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's McKinney. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! From the 8-yard zone. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Looks like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Well, that's certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Peterson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Peterson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, what a move. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, it's Alexander. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll keep it on the ground. Alexander. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On the ground with a tight end. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots.